DJ Akademiks, a well-known figure in the world of music commentary, social media, and streaming, has always managed to stir up both admiration and controversy with his outspoken opinions. Recently, however, he crossed a line that has left many in the music industry scratching their heads. In a bold, unapologetic claim during one of his live streams, Akademiks declared that Drake's collaborative album with PartyNextDoor was a classic. This assertion has sparked outrage, confusion, and heated debate across social media platforms, with fans and critics alike questioning not only the album's quality, but also Akademiks' credibility and the way he approaches music critique. For those who are unfamiliar with DJ Akademiks, he is a popular social media influencer, podcaster, and content creator who has built a massive following through his commentary on hip-hop, celebrity news, and pop culture. Over the years, Akademiks has become synonymous with internet culture, particularly within the rap community, where he often shares his opinions on the latest album releases, chart-topping singles, and behind-the-scenes drama involving artists. While many appreciate his lively and often humorous take on things, others argue that his lack of formal music education or training undermines the weight of his critiques. Akademiks' statement on Drake's album was not a casual remark. During a particularly charged live stream, Akademiks enthusiastically expressed his belief that the album represented a new high point in the rap genre, even going so far as to declare it a classic. According to Akademiks, the synergy between Drake and PartyNextDoor was unparalleled, with both artists delivering an album that was both cohesive and rich in its thematic depth. To him, this collaboration was more than just another commercial project. It was a work of art that would stand the test of time. The chemistry between Drake and PartyNextDoor on this one is unmatched, he stated during the livestream. This is a classic album, no question. While it's not uncommon for fans and critics to praise their favorite artists or albums, Akademiks' declaration raised more than a few eyebrows for several reasons. First, calling an album a classic so soon after its release is highly controversial. The term classic in the world of music has long been reserved for albums that have not only endured, but have also had a lasting impact on both the genre and popular culture as a whole. Albums that are universally regarded as classics are often those that stand the test of time, evolving in meaning and relevance as years go by. The likes of Nas's Illmatic, Tupac's All Eyes on Me, and Kanye West's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy are often cited as examples of hip-hop albums that can be considered classics because they have had such a profound and enduring influence on music and society. In contrast, declaring an album as a classic just weeks after its release, without allowing it time to breathe and resonate with listeners, seems premature to many. Critics quickly began to voice their concerns over Akademiks' comments. Many felt that his judgment was clouded by his personal affection for Drake and his close ties to the artist. Over the years, Akademiks has made no secret of his admiration for Drake, and his unwavering support for the rapper has often come across as biased. Some fans even accused Akademiks of using his platform to perpetuate an agenda, suggesting that his opinion on Drake's album was not rooted in objective analysis, but rather in a desire to be in good graces with one of the biggest stars in the music world. Furthermore, many people argued that Akademiks' glowing review of $for You ignored the album's shortcomings, both musically and conceptually. Critics pointed out that, while the album certainly boasted a number of catchy tracks, it lacked the depth and innovation that often characterizes a classic album. Some felt that the overall sound was safe and formulaic, with both Drake and PartyNextDoor relying heavily on familiar tropes and sonic structures that they had already explored in previous works. From repetitive lyrics to predictable beats, the album didn't push boundaries in the way that true classics do. As one critic put it, $for You might be a solid album for the moment, but a classic? Not yet. The controversy deepened when Akademiks doubled down on his praise, claiming that Drake had personally told him that For You was only a warm-up for even greater things to come. According to Akademiks, Drake hinted that the album was merely an appetizer for future projects that would blow fans away. This claim only served to fuel the fire, with many viewers questioning the veracity of Akademiks' relationship with Drake. How could he be so sure of Drake's intentions? Was he really being told insider information, Or was he simply exaggerating his connection to the artist in order to bolster his credibility? Some even accused Akademiks of trying to pass off Drake's promotional statements as facts to validate his own position in the conversation. This part of the discussion highlights a broader issue with the way influencers and personalities like DJ Akademiks shape public opinion. In today's digital age, it's not uncommon for fans to rely on online figures for music reviews and recommendations rather than traditional sources like music critics or established outlets. Akademiks, with his millions of followers across platforms like Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram, has a significant influence on what music listeners consume and enjoy. When he declares an album to be a classic, it can sway public opinion, especially among younger audiences who look up to him as an authority. But this also raises the question of whether influencers should be the ones making such sweeping judgments about the artistic value of music. Is it responsible for someone with such a massive following to declare an album a classic without giving it the time and analysis it deserves? As if the situation couldn't get any more heated, Akademiks attempted to defend his position by pointing to the album's commercial success. $4 You sold over 250,000 units in its first week, he pointed out, arguing that such impressive sales figures were a clear indicator of the album's quality. But while it's true that commercial success can sometimes reflect the quality of an album, it's not always a direct correlation. Many albums have sold millions of copies in their first week only to be forgotten a few years later. In fact, commercial performance is often influenced by factors like the artist's popularity, promotional campaigns, and the timing of the release. Sales figures, while important, shouldn't be the only metric by which an album's legacy is judged.